The apparent terrorist attack in Barcelona underlines three harsh lessons learned by security services and the general public over recent months and years. The first is that the use of vehicles as weapons is now an established tactic by extremists, one of the dozen or so employed in the last 2 decades that should be considered a standard part of the terrorist arsenal. In the last 13 months there have been similar attacks in France, Germany, Sweden and the UK. A woman was killed by a car driven at speed by a right-wing extremist in the US last week in slightly different circumstances. The precise motivation and the identity of the Barcelona attackers will become clear in the next few hours. Islamic State has claimed responsibility on its AMAQ news agency, though in recent months such claims have become highly unreliable. Individuals close to ISIS and active on social media have been celebrating the attack, but this does not necessarily indicate a direct connection between the attacker or attackers and the group. Tactics spread among militants when they are seen to work. There is no skill needed to drive a vehicle into a crowd, nor any difficulty involved in obtaining one. This makes a car, van or lorry an ideal weapon for today's terrorists, who are often inspired by a group but are not actually part of it, and for the most part, lack the training and means necessary for more complex attacks. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. An injured person is carried to safety. Photograph, Oriol Duran, AP. The second lesson is that there is now little discrimination in targeting. This means tourists are very much in the line of fire. A decade or so ago, Islamic militant groups sought to send specific messages through their violence. Random attacks against unarmed civilians were seen as ineffective, and even counterproductive in terms of garnering public support in the Muslim world.